International. He, oh, I'm sorry. Let me start over. All right, so next up we have Ghufran, and hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. And Ghufran, if you can go ahead and start sharing your screen.
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen.
All right, so Ghufran is currently working as a senior software quality assurance engineer at Strategic Systems International. He recently completed his master's in software project management at the National University of Computer and Emerging Sciences, where under Dr. Ali Maliks, who was one of Dr. Baim's alums, he researched the accuracy and effectiveness of individual and group-based software estimation techniques. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Anandi, and everyone on the panel for providing me this great platform. So I feel like kind of blessed to be participating in this forum under such a great audience and incredible professionals. So since Anandi has like already introduced me and Dr. Malik in very kind way, so thank you, Anandi. I'll just start with my presentation. So starting with the agenda, so I'll start with the introduction, then I'll describe a few background effort estimation techniques that we have used in our research. Then I'll try to describe the problem area which we identified and try to figuring out using a few research questions. I'll explain my research methodology, then I'll share my experiment results with you and the analysis on that. And finally, I'll be presenting the conclusion and future work, which is basically a lot of future work since this is a baby research for us. Yeah. So starting with the introduction, since we all know organizations are moving towards agility, it becomes the responsibility of project managers to provide quality products within reasonable time, duration, and cost. So hence project management has become an essential skill for managers to match the industry advancements. If we look into our software industry, usually projects are really complex in nature and they have rapidly changing requirements. So one of the major tasks for software project manager is estimating the effort, time, and cost required by various project activities. So, so these estimates are essential for project planning and scheduling. Uh, if the estimations are not correct, so it may lead to the schedule slippage, budget overruns, and ultimately it may turn into a project failure as well. Since we are talking about the project failure, so it is high time we also discuss some risk management as well. So it is also another project management essential skill basically. So in risk management, we try to identify all risks associated with the projects and keep under consideration, and plans are basically made to avoid these risks. Yeah, so moving forward with the few effort estimation techniques that we have used in the comparison of our research work. So we have used three individual estimation techniques and group based estimation techniques as well. So starting with the single point estimation technique, uh, since most of you know will already know how these estimation techniques work, but I'll still like give a brief introduction about each of these estimation technique. Say a single point estimation technique is a fixed estimate of the time, such as 2% days or 1% month. So this method is widely used expert judgment based estimation technique. So basically what happens in this technique is each expert, based on his or her prior experience and understanding based on the requirements, tries to give the estimated effort, which also serves as the best guess or best estimate for that particular requirement. Moving towards the third point estimation. So what happens in this individual estimation technique here, each expert, after getting a sound understanding of the requirements, tries to give three estimates against each user story or module. So first one will be the pessimistic one, assuming everything goes bad, and other one will be the optimistic one, assuming everything goes as imagined, like in the ideal world, and other one will be the most likely one. So basically, we have used two different variations of 3-point estimation. First one is the normal distribution, where each basically uh, estimate given by expert gets the equal weightage, and while in the second variant of the 3-point estimation, we have used per distribution, where optimistic and pessimistic gets the equal weightage, but the most likely estimate gets the 4 times more weightage than the optimistic and pessimistic ones. So these were the three individual estimation techniques. The group-based estimation techniques that we have used for the comparison is wideband Delphi technique, since it's a group-based software estimation technique, which requires group consensus. And I think it will be good to remember Dr. Baham as well, since Dr. Baham and John A. Farquhar originated the wideband variant of the Delphi method. So it called the as wideband because compared to the existing Delphi method at that time, it involved more interaction and communication among the participants. This method was also popularized by Dr. Boehm's book, Software Engineering Economics, which earlier Paul referred to Bible of basically software engineering as well. Since wideband Delphi estimation promotes more communication and interaction between the group members as compares to earlier discussed individual estimation techniques, it gives a consensus-based estimate, which are generally more reliable and accurate when compared to the individual estimates. So these are basically few steps that are being performed if you are performing a wideband Delphi estimation technique. First one is team selection, where basically a moderator is responsible for gathering a team of involving customer representatives and technical team members. Then a kickoff meeting is called, which serves as initial meeting. Each participant except the moderator try to identify basically work products here and discuss the relevant expectations from those work products. Sorry. So next step is individual preparation, where every single participant identifies the effort required against those work products identified in work breakdown structure, and fills the form basically that is provided by the moderator. Then estimation sessions occur, where moderator collects the individual estimation forms and announces the estimate provided by participants. Then participants with worst and best estimates are asked to provide the rationale for against their estimates. So that basically this is where consensus starts and discussion starts. So each participant can revisit their estimates after listening to the rationale behind the worst and best estimate in the next iteration. Then the assemble task, moderator basically assembles the individual estimation forms, fills the gathered information, and basically he is trying to gather all the information and sees if the consensus is being reached, or still they need some discussion on some points. Then the results are reviewed and analyzed if the estimates can be further improved, or those are fine as per the expectations. So where is the problem? Since now we have identified the importance of project management, software estimates, and we have seen different effort estimation techniques as well. So researchers in the past have therefore devoted significant energy in improving the accuracy of these estimates. Individual-based estimation techniques such as single-point estimation and 3-point estimation have been proposed along with the group-based estimation techniques. So to the best of our knowledge and our literature review, past studies basically have not presented a comprehensive direct comparison using the same data set of different individual and group-based estimation techniques in terms of effort estimation accuracy. And furthermore, even though wideband Delphi estimation is the most structured and formal group estimation method, but still a very little work has been done to improve its estimation accuracy. So this in this research, we have basically attempted to fill these gaps. So along with the comparison, we also tried to basically propose a new variant for the wideband Delphi estimation, which we called as weighted wideband Delphi estimation. Most of the steps remain the same. At the fourth step, where the estimation session starts. So during first estimation session, what moderator will do is he will roll out an expert rating form to all participants, where each participant will rate other experts on the basis of experience and competency, which will further be used in next step to calculate weight for each expert. In the next step, here average of all the ratings against each expert will be calculated, which will be then used as weight for that particular expert. And in the final step, as the final step of the weighted wideband Delphi estimation process, the moderator alongside different team member analyze the weighted estimates to check whether or not it seems suitable, and furthermore, they talk about the improvement of the effort and cost saving strategies. So we have tried to fill the gaps I have mentioned using a few research questions. So first one is, which of the individual estimation techniques provides the most accurate estimates? So this is basically the comparison of individual estimation techniques. Then we have compared those individual estimation techniques with the group-based estimation technique, the traditional wideband Delphi estimation. And finally, we tried to compare the results of our proposed variant of the wideband Delphi estimation with the traditional one, and see if we could improve the accuracy of estimate using the experts rating. Hmm. So moving further to the research methodology that we used in our work. So there were three major steps. Basically, first one was preparation, where we have to collect the project's data, since we had to do a comparison. So we needed data for the completed projects. We need some actual estimates, and then we had to perform these software estimation process on these techniques. So in the first step was to we designed a data collection form, which was used to gather the completed project's information. Once those data points were collected, the next step was to select particular software industry experts meeting a specific criteria, which was in our basically research. It was people must have like some 7 to 8 years of managerial experience or estimation experience. So once the preparation phase was done, the next was execution. Once so basically after each group of expert is formed, so we collected a set of experts. Then we divided the experts into two groups. One group was performing individual estimation techniques, and the other was performing on the group-based estimation technique, which was basically wideband Delphi and weighted wideband Delphi. So then as the last step of after estimation sessions were conducted with the experts, the last step was to basically analyze the data and do a comparative analysis for all of the techniques. So for the individual estimation process that was followed for our research, so we pick a project, then we go basically user story by user story. So each expert was given a user story. They had to maintain their proper understanding against those user story. Then they had to come up with a single point estimate. And in 3 point estimation process, they had to come up with three, like I mentioned earlier, optimistic, most likely, and the pessimistic one. Then so normal distribution and PERT distribution was calculated at our end, since it was basically a simple assigning the weightages to their estimates. For the group-based estimation process, same procedure was followed, but not with some single expert. We had a group of experts which were different from the previous experts. So they had to analyze the requirements. Then they had to perform the wideband Delphi estimation sessions. and they had to rate each other, so that they come up with the final wideband Delphi estimates. So and we can also like have weighted estimates as well. So result preparation, since we collected data from real software houses, and we came up with 8 domains of projects. Basically 4 were mobile projects, and 4 were web projects, and they also belong to different domains as well. Similarly, since experts were a crucial step in our research area, so we came up with 6 to 7 experts. Sorry, I guess I missed 1 2 experts. So these experts basically were used for the estimation processes. So I have shared the project information, I have shared the groups information. Now after the estimation process, we came with some results against each project. So for reference, actual effort values are also shown. Both actual and effort estimate values in all of these tables are in percentage. The last 2 column in these tables, basically this table and other tables that I'm going to show you guys in next slides, basically are help in judging the performance of these techniques with respect to the estimation accuracy. The column and the last column labeled as within 10% is basically indicating whether the estimated effort was within 10% of actual effort or not. So for single point estimation, you can see for 4 out of 8 projects, we got uh, within 10% of their actual percentage estimates. And for 3 point estimation with the normal distribution, we got 3 out of 8 projects within 10% of their actual estimates. While for a 3 point estimation per distribution, we got around 5 out of 8 projects that were estimated to be within 10% of their actual estimates. Whereas wideband Delphi, as explained earlier as well, this is a group-based activity. So it was basically you can say it had to provide more accurate results, since we claimed it has a group consensus. So 8 out of 8 projects during our studies, we came with these results. So 8 out of 8 projects were basically within 10% of their actual estimates. While if we discuss our proposed variant, was unfortunately, like, we didn't get the results that we were expecting, but that could be there could be multiple reasons as well, which like I'll discuss further in my presentation. So I'll show you a final and overall analysis comparison of all the techniques. So if we compare individual estimation techniques, you can see MMRE value for all individual estimation technique is nearly equal. But if we see PRED 10 value of individual estimation techniques, we see a 3 point estimation with per distribution is exceeding among the individual estimation techniques. So this gives the research question 1 answer. Now, if we compare individual estimation techniques with group-based estimation, the traditional wideband Delphi estimation technique. So yes, so the apparently, and with the experiment, group-based estimation techniques provided more accurate results, since 100% of the projects were estimated to be within 10% of their actual estimates. While the weighted wideband Delphi estimation, we didn't get the hypothetical results that we were expecting. But this may be due to relatively lower familiarity of experts with each other, since we picked on from different organizations. We had to pick experts due to their availability. So this can be also treated as future work, since if anyone can wants to basically continue this research, they can use experts with greater familiarity with the project domain and with each other as well. Limitations, again, we had a lesser number of projects available for the our research, then the limited familiarity of experts with each other and with the project domains as well. And one more, so since this was my you can say, if this was only targeted for audience of Pakistan, so this research can also be increased for different country projects. So it can have more, you can say more, what can I say, more prominent results. Yeah. So in conclusion, basically individual estimation technique, for among individual estimation techniques, 3-point estimation with PER distribution performed better, while for group-based estimation techniques, the traditional wideband Delphi estimation performed better. Uh, since the proposed variant didn't uh, gave results like we were expecting. So there is a scope of great future research, since this was the first of its kind. So what we can do is increase the number of data projects. We can increase the number of experts. We can make groups as per the experts' familiarity with the domain and with each other. Also we can expand the scope geographically as well. So I have put some references as well for our research. I'll share the slides. I guess Julie will also share those as well. Uh, so this was basically a short presentation for my research. I am open to any suggestion, any questions, if you guys have any.
Yeah, yes, this is Windsor Brown.
Yeah,
When I saw your graph or diagram of the wideband Delphi,
yeah.
I noticed it did not include iteration.
So basically this is the final, yeah, so
Oh,
this is
no,
the,
no, that's not the data. I'm not asking about data.
yeah. Sorry, can you come again?
One of your early slide explained your wideband Delphi.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, it does
Yeah,
not. It does not show iteration where
yeah.
the
So
estimators are shown the results of the first round and
yes,
allowed to change their estimates.
yeah,
Also, the estimators are allowed to literally discuss their estimates and why they did certain things. The intention being to allow the other estimators to consider their point of view and maybe make a change.
yes. So yeah, so the steps I have mentioned in the earlier traditional wideband Delphi are the same. So basically these are some basic steps. So after estimation session step, there is obviously discussion going on between the participants, and then basically the moderator tries to assemble those estimates and the next iteration starts.
Okay, well, next time show that on the steps.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Second, did you investigate any other research that has been done on estimation in general, not software? In other words, could reasonable subject matter experts be expected to come into within 10%?
Yeah.
So
So
it's a
we,
bigger general question.
yeah, got it. Yeah, so so basically the papers that we studied were only specific to the software domain. So yeah, that could be a good point. We can explore different domains as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for the suggestion. Anyone else?
If there are no other questions, I just wanted to say this was a very um, interesting and informative talk. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Anandi.